fact of you convening the committee on this important topic today. Yes, there is tremendous potential in commercial application of drone technology. But first and foremost, we have to establish the rules that absolutely ensure the integrity and the safety of our aviation system today. We've seen instances mentioned by the ranking member earlier of these toy drones in critical airspace. At this point, we don't really know what happens when you suck a quadcopter into a jet engine. And at my request, the FAA is moving forward with an evaluation. We did, after an investigation in 2009 for Pittsburgh, or 1994, Pittsburgh, possible bird strike, they calculated a 4-pound bird hits an airplane moving at 260 miles an hour, generates a force equal to 14 tons. Well, you have some of these toys up there in the air that weigh that much, and so what could that do if ingested? So we need to know. What are the solutions? Well, clearly there are commercial applications, which the FAA is moving forward with. The issue, I believe, can be kind of drawn between toys and commercial applications. And the toys need to be restricted in terms of where they can operate. That is, they should be programmed before they can be sold so that they can't fly in restricted airspace. They can't fly over 400 feet. And anybody who is found to have hacked that should be subject and operates irresponsibly should be subject to serious penalties and fines. I think we might also have to look at registration. I had an instance in my hometown of Springfield. Somebody, a peeping Tom, was using a little drone, looking with a camera, looking in people's windows. It was cited by the neighbors, and ultimately it crashed. Well, police have no idea who was operating that thing. We have no way to track it back. There should be a way to track these things back to irresponsible operators, people who are using them illegally, improperly, and endangering both personal privacy and potentially safety of the traveling public. I think there is a lot of work to be done. We're going to hear today from the Forest Service. We had interruption in critical firefighting activities this summer because of idiots flying their toy drones into areas where we wanted to operate aircraft to fight the fire, and they had to suspend operations. There needs to be consequences for people who do those sorts of things, and I expect this committee to work with the FAA to see if they have the authority to take proper action against these sort of people, or whether they need new authorities, and we need new regulations so that we can divide between people who are using them responsibly, whether for recreation, or those who are using them responsibly and commercially, and those who are the minority who are using them irresponsibly. I was called by a reporter last week. They said they expect 1 million of these toy drones to sell for Christmas this year. 1 million. How many of those 1 million people have any idea? Obviously, a lot of them live in restricted airspace, what restricted airspace is, and whether or not they can operate the drone there. I don't think they know. So there also has to be a massive educational campaign, in part, which should be pushed forward and paid for by the manufacturers of these toys who are profiting from their sale. With that, Mr. Chairman, I look forward to the testimony. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. DeFazio. I want to thank our